Hello friends, happy Monday, happy Thanksgiving. Um, it has been my desk is such a hot mess. I'm so glad you're only going to be able to see this small portion of it. I've been working on many things today. As you might know, I spent the weekend at a craft fair in Hendersonville, Mistletoe Market, and got to talk to lots of fun friends. And today I've been working on our samples for some upcoming classes. And what we're going to work on today, we're going to make a card that I'm going to use in bingo, but we're going to make it two ways. So one is kind of a little more basic, and then one is a little more stepped up. From the front, they're really going to look the same. So I'm going to change cameras and see what we've got. All right, so I think that's right. Okay, so the card that we're making for bingo, let me start over. For bingo, we are going to be using the Encircled in Warmth stamp set because I wanted to use something that had greetings that if you didn't have this stamp set or you had something that you'd rather use, you can use anything with these large greetings so that you'll be able to make the cards as well. In fact, some of the samples that I have cased are using this Holly Jolly Wishes. So I would say if you had either one of these, you'll be able to make the cards for bingo. Remember, when we get together in bingo, we stamp, we make 4 cards. There is a goodie bag that is worth, I think it's going to be a little over $15 this time. And actually, yeah, it's going to be more than that because it's going to include some designer series paper that's absolutely free. And then we play 6 rounds of bingo, and we're doing it a little differently this time in that you're not going to have a bingo board. You're going to you're going to send in your 5 numbers from 1 to 75, and that way we won't have any ties. So I'm quite excited about how that is going to work this time. So we're playing bingo a week from this Friday. So I had my calendar out just a second ago and I sat it down. So let me make sure I got that date right. So we play bingo on December the 3rd. And then that next day is the Mega Gingerbread class. And if you haven't reserved your spot for that, you need to do that immediately. So let's make the card the bingo way first. And then we will make it the way it is going to, well, a little more stepped up. All right, so I have a piece of thick basic white cardstock. It's cut in half on the 11-inch side. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. It is scored at 4 1/4. This black piece that I have is, I think it is 5. Okay, so it's 5 1/4. And then this is going to be 5, and it's just 1/8 of an inch in from that. Okay, so, all right, and then we're going to have a piece of basic white again that is 1.5 inches wide. And I am measuring that on this side of the line. And so I got my mom a new trimmer, and I don't know, I decided to test drive it for myself, and I think it's just something fun about a new trimmer. So it looks like my mom is going to get have to get her another new trimmer. All right, so now if you went out to my website this weekend, you might have had some issues. They're all fixed now, but we had a little hiccup, and it was looking like it was challenging to get to, but that's all taken care of now. All right, so from the Encircled in Warmth stamp set, I am stamping in real red. This says, "Wishing you love, joy, and happiness." Why can't you not see this? I'm frozen. Uh-oh. What happened? Okay, you're here. That's crazy. Go back here. Something has happened to my camera that you're not seeing. Okay, that one, that one. It's all hooked up. Well, let's see if I can. This may bounce me for a second, but since I'm frozen on that one camera anyway, it may not make a difference. But it looks like it's an issue with my camera, not the Wi-Fi. Okay. Nothing like troubleshooting on the fly, is there? Okay. Let's see this one. Camera. Oh my gosh, it's so tight. Okay, we're back. Okay, so not sure where I left off with you, but I've got a piece of Whisper White, basic white, that is 1.5 inches wide, and I have got my stamp from Encircled with Warmth inked up in real red. And just before my camera started acting up, I was saying that my website had some issues this weekend, and so you may have had some difficulty accessing the site. Hello, Johnny. This Friday, Black Friday, I have a special sale. I am going to have a BOGO, and if you're not familiar with how my BOGO works, it is going to work a little differently this time because I have a website to host all the photos of the products and such. So you're going to shop on my website for the retired products, and then when you're finished, you'll submit your cart. You're going to select that I'm going to invoice you, and then you'll have a certain amount of time to shop at my Stampin' Up site to shop current merchandise. And I think this is a little too wide. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. So the sale is going to run Friday and Saturday. By Sunday, you need to have made your purchases on my website of current product, and then you'll pay for those at the Stampin' Up site. Well, you'll pay for those current products, and then you're going to pay me for shipping if I need to ship you the retired products, or you can come pick them up. All right, so I'm going to just put these two pieces together. Then I'm going to add some ribbon. So there will be some posts. I will create a video just with instructions for the BOGO. This is a win-win for everyone in that I get to clean up some space, make some space for some new products, and you get 2 for the price of 1. You're really only going to pay for the new products and whatever, if there's shipping to get the retired products to you. Once you've done this once, it becomes old hat and there's nothing to it. All right, you know what? I'm going to trim this down a little bit too. So this is going to end up being just 1¼ inches. I think maybe just a little bit over 1¼ maybe 1 3/8, something along those lines. Okay, so, and I'm not going to pop any of this up because I am going to tie a bow, and that bow is going to add a little bit of thickness. And if you are making this card and mailing it and you don't want that thickness, then just tie a knot instead of a bow, or just add the ribbon without either. My new January to June catalog arrived today with Sale-A-Bration, with the Sale-A-Bration brochure. That's super exciting. I'll spend some time this weekend taking a look at that. I also was able to order some of the new products, and they are here. But I'm not in any hurry to play with them. I got lots of stuff going on between now and then. All right, so I've made what I call a cheater bow, and made a messy little nest of glue there. Oh, wait till you see what I did a few minutes ago. I made a mess of glue. On the one hand, I was glad that I was not on camera yet and nobody saw it happen. But on the other hand, I was like, oh, I'm human. Maybe you all need to see that. Okay, let's see how long I need this to be. And I feel like this is a little more naked on the right than the left, so that's where I'm going to kind of stick my bow. So I've just taken another piece of the ribbon and threaded it back through, and then I'll tie a bow. All right, so there is version number 1. Oh my gosh, where's the glare coming from? All right, let me see if I can turn down that light. It's just the angle, it's not really the... Okay, it'll come down. It's not real clear. Doesn't look like it. Okay, well that's version 1. I'm going to end up being in the dark. I think I'm going to have to change the time of my live videos for a while, since it's getting dark so early and I'm already light challenged in here. So the other version of the card uses just a 1/4 sheet of the thick basic white, and then uses the full 12 inches of a piece of designer series paper. Now pay attention to your directions, the directions of your pattern when you make this card. So this is 12 inches, and this is just 5 1/8. Yeah, this is just 5 1/8 this way, and 12 inches this way. So then I scored it at 4 and I scored it at 8. All right, and then this is going to be that hole gets covered up, so don't worry about that, and then it gets put down like this. So we're going to do something with these middle pieces. Okay. What we're going to do is make a pocket, right? So on this third panel, we need to cut a diagonal, and let's think about which way I want this to fold up. Okay, so I'm going to go from this corner to this corner. So I am just lining up my corners here in my trimmer. So here's my score line, and here's the corner, and I'm going to come just a little bit in from that score line and cut that off. And now I've made a pocket. Okay, and we're going to decorate the front just like we decorated the other one. So we'll take this piece of basic white and get the real red. It's tempting to use black, and maybe we will use black just to see if we like that better. Did I clean my stamp? I think I did. And this triangle we can always use for something else. I feel like I might be a little too zoomed in too. Is that part of my issue? So we may move this live time to in the morning when it's still light outside and see if that doesn't help resolve some of these issues. Oh, sorry, head's in the way. All right, there's the black. Wishing you love, joy, and happiness this coming year. So this could be a Christmas card, a New Year's card, depending on what you send. I saw a super sweet thankful card earlier today. And again, I'm going to cut this down a bit. So on the top, just a little, and on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and let this be 1 1/4 because that will be easier when we are preparing this for bingo. That's an easier measurement. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my middle panel to my black. Normally I would put this on the back of that designer series paper, but I got this hole that I don't want glue in, so I did it this way instead. And this just leaves a really small border. And actually, the way I cut it, it's almost no border top to bottom and just the tiniest edge left to right, which is fine. There's no rules. Right, then this piece is going to come in like this. The only part of this that I'm not going to be happy with, and maybe I'll avoid that on this one by doing it this way. I don't like when ribbon wraps all the way around and is visible, so I'm going to avoid this showing the ribbon right here by attaching the ribbon to my sentiment. Will still look the same from the front. It'll just maybe look a little more finished on the back. And I hope I can remember to show you my my glue mess, because it is a bit of a mess. It's an adorable card that I cased from Dina Rico. What's nice about this paper is I've got lines to line it up with. It's always cool. This buffalo check ribbon is not available right now. It is coming back, but it's going to be a few weeks. So if I have enough for everyone for this card, I'll include it. If not, we may have to use a different ribbon for bingo. And for our bingo cards, you know, we make them quick and simple. This is meant to be a really fun social event. And it is always fun. So we'll all be on Zoom. We limit the number. And the fee is $30 to play. And you can play another 2 sets of numbers for $10. And I'm going to make sure that everybody has unique sets of numbers. All right, so now, come on camera, focus. It's not just my eyes, is it? I mean, it's out of focus. All right, so now here, now we need to glue down this side, and then we'll leave this side open to make the pocket. So I'm going to put just the tiniest bit of glue along the edge. I said tiny. And I'm just going to hold that in place for a second. Okay, and while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and I need this. It's going to go on that. But I need to cut a piece of white and a piece of black for that pocket. All right, so we could make it 4 by 5 1/4. That would be a bit tight. So I'm going to make this 3 3/4 by 5. And then I'll make the white piece just a little bit smaller, like 4 7/8. And then 3 5/8, I believe is going to be right. Oh, that looks really too small. Oh, that is really too small. I was not paying attention, was I? Okay, let's try that again. So I made that black was 5, so I'm going to come here. And then this one. So that should be right. Okay. There. Now I just finished. Okay, so this is the card that I got all gluey, right? I got ready to glue this die cut down, and no, actually I was gluing the center down, and I dropped it, and it got glue all over here. And it's hopefully when it dries, I'll be able to take a pickup square and get a little bit of it off. This is the buffalo check I colored with real red, and then on the inside of the card, I added this little stamp of trees. So I thought I would add the little stamp. Oh, and I did my envelope as well, because no naked envelopes, as Shelley Gardner says. So I used, let's see if I put that away. I am ashamed to say that this was the first time I've used the Peaceful Deer stamp. And I think for my little pocket, I might actually use the larger tree, and that way it will kind of be visible. in the pocket. So let's see how this black is going to fit, because that's the, and I think it actually needs to come down another 1/4 of an inch. So we'll take a 1/4 of an inch off of both pieces. Just bring the tree with it. If you are new to my videos, thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you'll go ahead and subscribe and be notified of when I share a video. Okay, yeah, that's going to fit much better. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp this tree in Memento Black. So this is our black ink. If you are watching and we met at Mistletoe Market this weekend, please give me a shout out and let me know. I'd love to know that you're here today. I had so much fun talking to people and scheduling group events. I have a door prize winner that I'm going to announce. I'm going to email everybody and announce that door prize winner. I'm giving away that Advent calendar countdown. Oh my gosh, that's so lovely, isn't it? I can't believe that's the first time that I've used this stamp set. So I keep a lot of my Christmas stamp sets, partly because I do that craft fair every year, and some of them get used in my crafting for that event. Like this year, I used the Peace and Joy bundle from last year to make Christmas ornaments that I sold this year. So I'll hang on to that one. All right, and we need to add this too. So this is the standard card width. Got to hide the hole too. I am actually making a pocket card for our church to give to our priest as he officially, I don't know what my term is. No, that's not the right term. Okay, so that's going to go there, and this is going to come right in like that. Oh my gosh, I love it. So from the front, they look nearly identical, right? But then this one just opens up. It's a very simple card. This one's not hard to make. It just has a couple extra steps. And it opens up and has a pocket where you can write another message and stick it in. If you wanted several people to sign this, you could add something here as well. You could even attach this. This will be rather thick, but instead of just the 1/4 sheet, you could still make this a half sheet of cardstock, and then you would have this opening, and then this would open as well. So it kind of depends on how much message you need to send. So, all right, so that's all I have today, and you can see the difference between the real red and the black ink. So let me know what you think. Thanks so much for being here. I will get this all posted to the blog and then sent out to the blog subscribers as well. So everybody have a great evening. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And remember, there'll be a BOGO on Friday, and bingo is coming up quick. Take care. Bye-bye.